It's mod time for Farm Soap 25, and today we got a bunch of mods to take a look at. In total, 38 mods released. All platforms got 5 new and 22 updates. That's where the bulk is right there. And then PC and Mac players got 2 new and 9 updates. Of course, timestamps are linked down below. Let's check them out. Let's start them off with the Lambert Pack. New ones for all platforms. This has 2 trailers as well as a bell trailer. I guess it's technically 3, so we'll say 2 tippers and a bell trailer. One is a triple axle. This will hold between 25,500 and 43,100. Smaller one, obviously smaller, 23.6 down to 39.4. We do have multiple options, including the customization for extensions, wheel brands, which is always nice, wheel setups, again, very nice, with or without the box to the front. We got fender options on there, wheel lock indicators. We've got different colors that we could throw on here too. And then as far as the other color, that's for your extension. I think we're going to see the same thing here for the smaller trailer. Yes, we are. And then lastly, the bell trailer. Now, if you see the blue box around that, just kind of ignore that. That's for universal autoload. I downloaded it, but I forgot to unselect it for this save. It came out today, so I tried to dry it out a little bit. Nonetheless, you can ignore that part. It does have auto load though, so if you are playing on console, you can run this as an auto load trailer, which is fantastic. Wheel brands, we do a folding mechanism, which could be added around towards the sides, probably better off for round bells. And then we have colors, all kinds of stuff. Even an almost toothpaste tractor. Very cool. All right, are you ready? We've got a big one from Let's Be Having Moo. We have Town Productions, which adds a whole bunch of stuff. So we have a bunch of factory sell point versions of all of the factories. We've also got greenhouses. We've got an orchard in here, and we've got a place to buy a bunch of stuff. It's all kinds of fun. Did I mention we have the pizzeria in here? Looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? All right, this is pretty sweet. Let's check it out. So all these productions right here are taking 44 new recipes, and we have 8 new buildings that have been added with this. Buildings can be used as production factory or general sell point, as we have mentioned. And we've also got 7 new fruits and veggies to be produced at the greenhouses and orchard. That's actually around here. They've used some of the same buildings, so things that you're used to seeing, just some new goodies inside. It is a humongo pack. It's going to take a little while to get through. So let's see what we can do. So let's start with the factories. We have the Asian takeaway restaurant. If we come over here, by the way, these are all enterable. Like, you can go in, open it up, do your thing. It's very cool. I don't think the back door opens. No, it does not. But we do have this. So let's go here. Let's see. Get the button. There we go. So in through here, we have unrealistic run all quickly, which is my favorite. But we also have egg fried rice, which you're going to need long grain rice, eggs, spring onions, regular onions, and vegetable oil. Then you also have a special fried rice, spicy noodles, spring rolls, and tofu dumplings. So depending on what it is, you will need to add different things. And you may notice that some of these things aren't normal, so you will have to go to other productions in order to get them. And you see this also gives you coins. So yeah, just be ready to get some coins. Coins are money, baby. Now the thing with the coins that you're going to be getting, because this is technically, a restaurant, so is the cafe right next to us. What these will do is they will make you money, and it will sell on the hour every hour. Works similar to the BGA. As a matter of fact, Let's Be Having Moo has said it best. They say to use the factory versions, remember to run the production chain. The factories don't produce pallets. It sells on the hour like the BGA would. If you are new to production chains, start with the juice bar. Next on our list, though, is the cafe. So there's that. And we go in and we take a look at that. We have 2 doors which open up into here. Obviously, very, very cool around towards the inside. We'll go ahead and shut that, and we'll shut that as well. But we will take a look and see what we get here. Obviously, we can run everything quickly with the cafe, but we have bagel with cream cheese, carrot cake, cheese and cucumber sandwich, cheese scone, a jacket, potato with cheese, and vegetarian all-day breakfast. Very cool. So we have a lot of different things that we need to add to this. If you're looking for new production chains that give you a new way of doing things, this is definitely a great way to do it. For example, bacon or a bagel with cream cheese here. We need a 90 whole grain flour, 2.5 eggs, 40 barley malt extract, and 25 cream cheese. And that gives us 1.5 coins. Hey, so there you go. All right. What's next? That would be the fast food diner. And we can come in here, open her up. Old McDonald's. Nice. I like that. Looks like we've got a bunch of coming soons on everything, so there's that. It's kind of neat around towards the inside. I think this would work really well, this whole pack. If you are working on a working on a map, and maybe, just maybe, you're the one building it, like in the game, not actually for Mod Hub release, and you wanted to, add these things. I think that'd be very cool. Anyway, fast food diner. We have run all quickly, as per usual. Corn dog. We have halloumi nuggets. I don't know what that is. What is that? Goat cheese, flour, eggs, bread. All that seems pretty normal. Mushroom tacos, onion rings, soy burger and chips, and vegetarian burger. So we have all of those. What's in the vegetarian burger? A lot of vegetables. All right. Well, of course it is. Next is the ice cream. And we've got all the inputs right here around towards the front. By the way, some of these have spots around towards the outside, front, side, whatever. Some of them are not like the others. Let's go in here and take a look at the inside of this. Ooh, very, very good. Very, very good indeed. And that one shows outside too. Man, oh man. Actually, this reminds me of a little dairy that I went to in Stuttgart a few years ago. Super adorable. That's awesome. So what can we do with this one? Well, please click it. There we go. This one, in the ice cream parlor, we've got unrealistic, run everything quickly, chocolate ice cream, cookie dough, honeycomb, lemon, raisin ice cream. All right, it's strawberry ice cream. Definitely some different flavors than we see here in the U.S. Chocolate ice cream is pretty simple. Milk, sugar, and chocolate. You get coins out. So there is that. Jumping on down the line, we have the freshly squeezed juice bar. Now, this is the one he says to do by default if you're unfamiliar with productions. I don't know why there's a mark through those. Is there a mark through them because I haven't done anything? Dude, hang on a minute. Juice bar. There we go. What happens if I activate? Oh my goodness. There is no coming soon anymore because now it's all gone. That's pretty cool. All right. So it looks like as long as you're running stuff, I didn't realize the inside was actually like dynamic. That's so cool. All right. We'll close that up. We'll take a look and see what we get here. Juice bar. This one is a bunch of different juice. So apple juice, water and apple, water, sugar, and lemon. Water and orange. Root is water and a bunch of root stuff. And then strawberry and grape, water, grapes, and strawberries. Yeah, pretty simple, I would say. Next one is pizzeria, and this one is definitely a pizzeria. I'm not saying it's Pizza Hut, but it kind of looks like Pizza Hut, if I do say so myself. See, there's the lunch buffet. I don't know if you guys remember, Pizza Hut used to have a lunch buffet. It doesn't look like we've got anywhere to actually like buy the stuff or give people money, but you know what? It's cool. It's cool, and that's all that matters. For the pizzeria, again, we're doing coins. So we have cheese pizza, you got flour, olive oil, tomatoes, and cheese. Very nice. Garlic bread, goat cheese, and pepper pizza. Yep. Mozzarella stick, sour cream, and chive dip, and spicy pizza. Ooh, what's in spicy pizza? Ooh, chili peppers. Oh, but we got a couple more to go here. The next one on the list is the restaurant. In this one, we are doing mushroom stroganoff, onion soup, a plowman's lunch, stuffed peppers, and vegetarian lasagna. All kinds of stuff. Tons and tons of things that are actually required for the production. This looks very nice. Look at that. You've got a nice little fire in there. You've got the bar. Very cool area, man. Very cool. And then down here, we have the waffle and donuts. Don't tell Yost that this is selling waffles because he will not be happy. And again, here, I guess whenever we start activating stuff, let's see, where is restaurant, waffle and donuts? What happens if we just activate that? Hey, now they're all available. Sweet. There's a ton of room back here for activities. Nonetheless, there we go. Let's see. We talked about what we could do here already, I think. No, we did not. Chocolate waffle, custard donut. Ooh, one of my favorites. A glazed ring. Orange spicy. Goodness gracious. And strawberry waffle. Very cool. All right, Dunkin' Donuts is now open. And then we also have this guy. So this is a really, really big creamery. I don't know if this is a building that's on the maps or not. It looks familiar, so I think it's a building that's already on the map, but I'm not quite sure. Let me know. In here, we have more of a standard production that you would be used to seeing. Buffalo mozzarella, buttermilk, cheese, chocolate, cream cheese, fresh pasta, goat cheese, mayonnaise, milk, and sour cream. So there's quite a few different things right through there as far as the things that we need. Now, behind that, somewhere, here we go, we have the dry production factory. And this is going to be definitely like a factory kind of thing, not a... I was going to say a sell point, but I mean, I guess it kind of could be. Regardless, you can make bread with regular flour, rice flour, flour from sorghums, mixed flour, which is going to be wheat, barley, oat, and sorghum. Great that we can actually do a mixed version of that. Mixed sugar, oat flour, raisins, rice flour from long grain rice and regular rice, sugar beet sugar, wheat only flour, and whole grain flour as well. So that is really, really neat. So you will need, again, as mentioned, a couple of the different productions in this pack to utilize all the productions. Then we have the liquid production factory. This one does, well, your liquids. So in here we have our barley malt extract, canola oil, glucose syrup, olive oil, rice oil from long grain rice, rice oil from regular rice, sunflower oil, and vegetable oil from all of the vegetables. So that is where you're going to be getting that. Moving on, man. Tell you what, I'm really glad there's not a lot of new mods today so we can actually go through everything in this pack. Goodness. Now, in the orchard for manure, so we got apples, grapes, lemon, olives, and oranges in here. So that is where you're going to be getting all of those, and those are all going to be growing right here. Of course, you can place a couple different ones down. Be good to go. We're getting all the way near the end. We have two of these greenhouses, and then we're all done. So in here, we've got chili peppers, chives, cucumber, garlic, lettuce, long grain rice, Napa cabbage, onions. We also have red peppers, regular rice, rice sapling, spring onions, strawberries, and tomatoes. That's like all the things. All the things indeed. Of course, we have a couple spots for extra inputs there. And then lastly, we've got the mushroom bit here. And this is where we can do the gnocchi and the oyster mushrooms. Goodness gracious, man. Oh boy. And then lastly, we have the wholesale buy point where we can buy all of the stuff that is included with this pack. And you can buy multiples of them. So if you need 9 things of cucumber, it's going to cost you a little more than 24 grand for all of that. My, oh my. It is a lot. Additionally, as we mentioned, you also have the sell point versions of all of these. Whew. Is that it? I think that's it. All right, let's move on. Moving on. Next, we have the dairy cow stall. This is a cow shop for 200. Well, it says 18 dairy cows. However, here's the thing. It's so massive that you can add more without having to customize anything. So right now I've got 236 just as it comes. And you can see around towards the back, this is the area that the cows are in. Obviously right now I've got them on concrete, but you can customize it with grass and all that good stuff. So this actually has a dairy on site, which is really, really neat. If we come over here and check this out, we can do buffalo mozzarella, butter from buffalo milk, butter from regular milk, and cheese. So we are able to do all of those. That's very, very cool. I'm kind of digging these productions that are built into the animal pens. Really, really helpful. The only thing is, this is an absolutely insanely massive building, and the fact that it only holds 218 cows is, well, it seems small. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I'm going insane. Over here, we've got a place for storing vehicles. Right here, we have a place for getting out slurry, and then you could actually, oh boy, I fell down. You can see into your slurry pit, and over here is manure. So, as far as everything goes, you would expect it to be a very, very high capacity for everything. And kind of not. Food, I just want to stand on this. Please. There we go, that'll work. You've got food for 70,000 liters, milk is 60,000, straw is 35,000, manure 30, slurry is 350,000. I would have expected some zeros to be added to all of those. Next up from the same model, we have the pig barn. This will hold 200, well, it says 200 pigs, but I'm not quite sure how, because mine holds 347. So there's that. We've got 85,000 liters for food in here, 250,000 for slurry, 45,000 for straw, and 50,000 for manure. A lot of little itty bitty baby piggies. We do have some animations on here, which is kind of cool. It's more of a stretchy animation up through there. And then we do have, well, thought we did. There we go. Cheese grating all the pigs. So we are able to open them up, shut them in, do whatever we need to do. It's redundant, but it's fun to run down through there. I love that. It's awesome. So there you go. Rocking and rolling. Party time excellent. Wee wee wee. It's a shame that didn't have a bacon factory on site. And our last mod today is a house with an interior. Very nice one as well. They did a good job on this. So this costs $55,000. Takes up 15 by 24 meters of space. And there's even a garage outside with a wood fireplace. We didn't need that, but we got it. That's so cool. All the doors open on the interior, and we have custom lighting as well. So let's make our way in. So right inside to the left hand, we've got our light. Click that. All the lights on the inside come on. Any other switch is going to be for the room that's in it, so or that's outside of it rather. So here, that light turns that on. Yes, that opens as well. That's so cool. Great little kitchen right here. Cool place. Place for eating, little seating area, a movie room area. Over here, we'll go here first. So no lights, click the button, lights, nice. A full bathroom. How long have I been asking for this? We have a tub, we have a toilet, we have a sink. Nice tall sink as well, I appreciate that. It is perfectly chest height. Even a towel warmer's in here. That's awesome. And then lastly, we have the bedroom right here, which actually I think the light for this one, the light for this one's on the inside of there. So boom, click, bam. Pretty cool little, what is that? Entertainment center. There we go. Sleepy time trigger right there. Place where we can change clothes. Don't you dare take away my mohawk. It's cool. It's nice. It's modern. It's got everything you need. It doesn't have a garage, however, one can be added on the side, on the back. There's not a lot of windows on the back side, so you could easily add one back there. It is just a cool house, and I appreciate that the modder took the time to actually put an interior and everything works, and they've spent a good amount of time putting it together as well. Great job. 2 thumbs up. Jumping over to updates for all platforms. We have Run Plateau. This will be version 1001. Fixed the vehicle mirror issue. Next, the ADCO Swather Pack. They've added manual height adjustment for razor bar header when lowered, and various visual fixes and improvements. John Deere S700 series combines. They fixed the monitor rotation and new tires. John Deere 8R 2016-2018 US series. Support for Ken and Fab stalk rollers and fix the quick hitch attacher joint position. And we've got the exact same changelog for the John Deere 8R 2009 through 2011 series. Jumping over to tool updates, we got the Case IH 2160 Early Riser Planter series from Custom Mining, version 1001. Bugs fixed. Next up, the container for suction excavator system. Goodness gracious. This one, they've adjusted the mod name. I can't remember which one this was. The file name is Dredged Container Search. I think this was the search container, if I remember right. Moving on, we have the Krone Imsland. They fixed missing surfaces, added the bell wagon with Autoload, and added a foldable bell wagon. Two-wheel trailer. Sound of metal parts clanging against each other while driving over uneven terrain has been added. They've also got a configuration for selecting the trailer floor with boards or sheet metal. And we've got the Flegel semi-trailer with a fixed ramp collision. Another tool, the DFM RT3000 from 8up Mining and the ABP team. They made decals a configuration. And the Gens HEM 583. They changed the unloading behavior, added configuration for the Powfinger EPS cab, changed the wood chipper behavior, and crane rework. And we'll round out our updates with placeables. We have the Universal Large Greenhouse version 1001. They've splitted visualization for water and manure. I think split visualization is the word there. Storage increased now, so you can store each product for 1 year and wait for sale days. Added 2 new versions for receipts only with and without manure. So reduction of recipes. They've added a blackboard rather with selected loading speed. That's pretty cool. And updated the description. Small compost per protection. The mod dependency for additional fill types has been removed. Larger compost silo has been added, and quality compost can now be sold. Logistics distribution center. Change storage from general storage to allocated storage for each fill type. Barn with a cow shed. Remove some props, enlarge the fill triggers, and change the capacity for food. Bell storage. Collision with the bell stack removed as requested and recommended, and mod description version updated. And we'll round everything out with 5 ICAS mods. The last one, Patty, also was on there as well. We have the small hall, new doors, new night lighting, and fix no mask. The American Midwest Man's Cave version 1001, corrected door collisions, rescale the decors. American Workshop, fixed door collision. Shop with storage, new doors, and pressure washer added. And your last update for all platforms, shed with office fixed doors. Jumping over 2 new ones for PC and Mac players. We got the Fortschritt ZT Tractor Pack, and boy is it something. So in here we have 2 tractors. We have the winch, which you guys just saw. We have a chainsaw, and then we have a smaller winch as well. Now, we have a 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive, so we'll just do the 4-wheel drive. There's a bunch of options, not a bunch in each category though. So the engine between 90 and 100 horsepower, wheel setups. We do have basically weights or nada in here. Headlights and working lights. This is where it gets interesting because we have without working lights. Then we have variant number 1, which throws us a light on the back. Then we get one on the other side. Then we get both. Then we get them around towards the front. And then we get doubles in the front. And then we get to add more and more and more. And then we're back to normal again. There's a lot of light on here. And you may need it depending if you're doing a bunch of logging work at night. Be careful. Design, we have no front attachment. And then we can go with a weight plate. And we throw some different weights on there. Yes, you can change up the blue and the white with multiple different colors. It's pretty cool. Beacon lights, you've got without them or with. At first, I thought maybe this would give us the option to go with 2, but it never did. But we do have 2 places for beacons to go in the back. With or without tow bar, this is going to be around towards the front right side. Right there, our front left, I guess. Warning signs, just a yes or a no type setup. Mud flaps, so we start with nothing on the back. Then you get a mud flap. Then you get with an old. And then there you go with that. Grill, so this is kind of around the side, I guess. Like a logging setup. Speaking of forestry, you go with the forestry winch support or not. Now, do you need it? No, not really, but it looks cool, so there's that. We do have the old and new seat, and kind of see it a little bit better right there. It does look good with that new seat. Then the exhaust, we have a standard and old. And you can throw the flap on there too, which is kind of cool. Winter protection, you've got left and right, front and all. Are those just blankets that have been bolted on there? I'm sure there's a reason for this, and if you know, please let me know. And then we have colors. Main, frame, body, cabin, grill, weight 1, weight 2, roof 1, decal, rim color, and that's... Oh, holy cow, that's a lot of colors. Now, as far as the winch goes, all you've got is the color option for that. Then we got a chainsaw, which we will not download. And then we've got the winch here, which is more like a normal standard blade on the back with a winch via PTO. This does work exactly like a regular yarder. I haven't used them in a while, so I really don't want to be the one to sit here and be like, oh yeah, this is how a yarder works. I thought for some reason that one piece comes down, but I couldn't figure out how to make that happen. So I gave up. But it is pretty cool. I've got mine connected way over here. I mean, it's pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. And our only other new one for PC Mac players today is the Lair Pack. So with this one, you've got the 2T right here, which weighs 2 tons, and I believe it's just a weight at the end of the day. It does have a hitch on one side. Then we've got a trailer here, capacity 15,150, 18,524,000. A couple different wheel brands to choose from, which is always nice. You can find the one that you like. That's about it for that one. Then we have a little bit of a larger trailer here, 21,000, 27,500, 38,500. Different wheel brands. And then we have mud guards, kind of a with and without type of thing. We do have trailer hitch on here, so we should be able to pull a few, and we can. He uses the same hitch. Lastly, today let's talk about updates for PC and Mac players. First one's the forestry service trailer from Carl TG, version 1001. Fix the car attacher offset, fix the trailer sliding. Just a quick heads up, this is an update to the PC only version, not the crossplay version. Legrand Class S Pack, version 1002, correcting wear on decals. Massey Ferguson, wait, vehicle shader changed. Universal Autoload prevented some runtime errors and improved the loading of shipping containers. Next up, Map Objects Hider. This will be version 1203. New in-game translations in BR and ES and further improvements to existing translations. Problems with reappearing and visibility after using the dialogue fixed. In multiplayer, rights are now required to hide stuff if you are not an admin and if you reported Lua errors have been caught. Next, Real GPS mod. This will be version 1.2, added several vehicles to the default supported vehicle list and added support for assets. Mouse steering, they've improved the session persistence across enter and leave and added per vehicle toggle even when default is on. Default applies only initially. Next to last, task list version 1.2 fixed an issue where tasks could not be saved if they had become invalid, like something due to missing field types, stuff like that. And lastly, we got Bell Finder version 101, added support for chaff, sugar beet, cut, forage, TMR, and cotton bales. And there it is. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Having a little bit of fun on Arkansas of American this morning. So if you missed that Let's Play, definitely check it out. We'll be working on that Let's Play probably for the next 4 weeks or so before I get access to the upcoming Kinleg map. Very looking forward to that. Nonetheless, have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one.